Barakah, Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Wachah Kodash. That's what this world ignorantly call God and Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit in the Paleo-Ancient Hebrew tongue. Double honors to the elders and apostles across the four corners of the earth that's pushing the truth and sincerity. We know where that truth lives. With the elders and apostles, great millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Here to give a little quick show you this clip about how Iran is moving strategic through this war, man, and how like the Lord is really destroying the wise man out of Edom, man. You know, they think that their tools that they got for war and things could, you know, their defense mechanism to stop these missiles or drones can actually stop what Iran has prepared for them, man. You know, and it's not like, you know, Iran hasn't been prepared for this war, man. Believe me, these guys over there know the scriptures, man. And the Lord got it in they, you know, the Lord, like the Lord says, he puts his will in man, man. And, you know, the Lord has this nation moving strategic against America, man. You know, especially with these drones they have. And, you know, it's just, and I'm going to get into this clip right here. You know, it's going to show you a little bit of how, you know, how Iran moves smart, you know, by spending money on, you know, things to go to war with versus the U.S. You know, it shows you that this man really is a base man. You know, he really can't, he's not smart enough to withhold a kingdom, or he's not even smart enough to even, you know, make tools to, you know, cover all things when he go to war, man. You know, he got these missiles that this professor is going to describe that, you know, it's basically useless. You know, it's fucking useless, man. And this is the type of, you know, taxpayer money that they spend on these, you know, on this war equipment, man. You know, so, you know, it's just going to show you a little bit of how, you know, some tools that Iran is using, man, to go against this man. You know, I'm going to bring out a couple precepts as well. But I own no rights to this video. So like, I own no rights to this video. It's all for educational purposes only. Fair use, fair use. Disclaimer, fair use, fair use. I own no rights to this video. Fair use.
And welcome back to the end of the world. So as you know, World War III has started. And asymmetry. All right, so what is asymmetry? Asymmetry means that the two sides are choosing to fight different wars using different techniques because one is much stronger than the other, okay? America is a great empire. It has unlimited resources. It has the USD. It controls the world, right? Iran.
He's right. America controls the world. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? You know, so the Lord gave these people the world, and what they have been doing, man, disrupting the nations, man, oppressing the nations, man, you know. But yeah, he's right. America runs the world. Babylon the Great.
One is much stronger than the other, okay? America is a great empire. It has unlimited resources. It has the USD. It controls the world, right? Iran is a country that has been under economic sanctions for the past 45 years. It's poor. Its technology is very limited, okay? But as we learn in this class, actually, those nations that are poor actually have more energy. They're more open and they're more cohesive. All right, so let me give you an example. This is what we call the Shahad. drones, Shanghai drones. Each of these drones costs $50,000 at most, okay? At most. It can go as cheap as 35,000 US dollars. But one of them is $50,000. As you can see, you can fit a lot of these drones to a truck that can go anywhere in Iran, and it can hide anywhere. All right? So the thing to understand is, first of all, these drones are cheap. They're easy to make. They make about 500 a day. Okay? And estimates are about there's 80,000.
See that? These drones that they created, man, can go from 35,000 to 50,000, man. And they make 80,000 of them, man. They make 80,000 of them, man. That's a lot of drones, man.
Right now that the Iranians have. So they can go on for a long, long time. Okay, and one of these drones, again, can knock out a desalination plant, it can knock out an oil field, it can knock out a hotel, it can do a lot of damage. Okay? And it's easily transportable. You can hide it anywhere. You can use it from anywhere, okay? And that's what the Iranians are using as an offensive weapon. And how do the Americans defend against this? They use something called a THAAD, right? Right, guys. This will
Look what these devils got to defend these drones. Now remember, they make over 80,000, man. Okay? Let's see what America got to defend these drones, the Shaddai drones.
they use? THAAD. THAAD stands for Thermal High Altitude Air Defense. And they also have like the Patriot systems. There's a lot, okay? The thing that you will...
You want it back.
And how do the Americans defend against this? They use something called a THAAD, right? Right, guys? This is what they use. THAAD. THAAD stands for Thermal High Altitude Air Defense. And they also have like the Patriot systems. There's a lot, okay? The thing that you need to know about the system is it's really expensive. This missile, guys, costs $1 million. $1 million. So there's this $50,000 drone coming your way, and you throw a $1 million missile at it, okay? And often these missiles miss, so you have to throw 2 or 3 missiles at it, okay? So you're spending $2 to $3 million on each $50,000 that the Iranians spend. That's kind of silly.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, the only chapter, verse 6. I'm going to read verse 6 through 8. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, and have prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of Mount and understanding out of the Mount of Esau, Salah. So you see, as what the professor is breaking down, man, like this man, he's really not too bright, man. You know, and look at the tactics that the Lord got Iran going to use, let alone the sleeper cells, man. You know? So this man got $30,000 to $50,000 drones headed here. Meanwhile, this man defense is these missiles, man. Just imagine Iran send like what? They can let off 20,000 of them drones, man. You know, America shooting $1 million missiles at 20,000 drones. America don't got 20,000 missiles to protect. They don't got 20,000 of those missiles to protect them drones, man. And like he said, it at least sometime it take 1 or 2 missiles to hit a $50,000 drone. This man is not too bright. The Lord is destroying the wise of this man. This is this man's, this is the only wisdom the Lord gave this man, is weapons of mass destruction. But look how look what he did with it. It's not too bright, man. $1 million for a missile, for the defense from the drones. It's not smart at all, man. They can send all type of drones here, man. They're just gonna run out of defense missiles, man.
Second thing you'll notice is that this thing is really big and really slow. And therefore, you can't really move it around. Therefore, it's pretty easy for the Iranians to spot where this is and attack it. And then when these things blow up, that's a lot of money, guys. Okay? Then you're like, what? But this makes no sense. You know the Iranians have drones. They've had drones for like 10 years. You've also seen drones used in the Russia-Ukraine war to devastating effect. Why don't the Americans know this?
Yeah, they got drones. What the Lord say? Let the weak say that I am strong, man. Let me get that. This is the book of Joel. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. See that? And that's what Iran is doing, man. They'd have been funded by Russia and China. They got these drones. They were weak at a point in time, and hey, like America's been strong, man. Always picking on the weak. That's this man. But the Lord is going to take the low to bring this man down.
Why did they prepare? Okay, and again, it has to do with military doctrine. Because military doctrine determines how you fight a war, it determines on your bureaucracy, and it determines how you spend your resources, okay? And unfortunately, the Americans are used to fighting something called the Cold War, right? And the Cold War, because you can actually fight the war, you can actually kill each other, because then people use nuclear weapons. The Cold War was about flexing. Flexing, okay? You see how big and powerful I am? Me! Okay? That's all it was. These weapon systems are designed to scare the crap out of you. They are designed to impress you. And as a result, they cost a lot of money, and they really don't do anything, all right? So that's the entire American military. It costs a lot, and it doesn't really do anything. And it's not resilient. It's not innovative.
That's exactly what this man military, like he said. They get all this money and get funded all this money, but really don't do anything. Just go around goddamn stealing. This is the book of, let me get this book of, it's the book of Sirach, book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 8. It says, I'm going to start at verse 7. Pride is hateful before the Most High and man, and both do one commit iniquity. Verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another, man. And that's what's exactly going on with this man kingdom. Just like these so-called white people, man, they have gotten America through, unrighteous dealings and injuries, man, is the same way the Lord is about to take this man kingdom through these other nations, starting with this war, man. You know, so we're about to see a bunch of unrighteous dealings. Like, hey, you know, it ain't like we ain't been living through unrighteous dealings, but we're about to see a lot more scandalous shit go on, man. You know, this devil can allow something's gonna happen on this land, man. On Babylon the Great, man. Soon. You know? But it's just to show you, like, we're Trump on there screaming, we're the greatest military ever. You're not too bright though. You're not too fucking bright, Esau, man. But it's all through the Lord, man. The Lord the media got y'all thinking that America got it under control when they really don't, man. This shit is slipping out of their hands, let alone they gotta hurry up and crash this dollar to bring in this MOTB.
It's not open. All right. Also, the other thing I have to say this, okay, is if you look at the American military, it's corrupt. So this is really about corruption. So the Americans don't really care about winning a war. What they care about is spending as much money as possible, because then they get a cut. It doesn't make sense. All right? And that's why the Americans are in a situation as they are.
Yeah, man. You know, let me get another precept. You know, the Lord is going to bring judgment upon this place real soon. This is Jeremiah chapter 50. I'm going to start at verse 9. It says, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon and assemble of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert men. None shall return in vain." And those arrows is not no damn, literal bow arrows. No, that's Jeremiah is seeing missiles, drones, That's what they're describing, man. Okay, when the Lord said he's gonna shoot his arrows, this is what he's describing, This is what he's describing right here when he said he's gonna shoot his arrows. These drones and these ICBM missiles, man. Really them ICBM missiles. But it's all in the play, man. It's all in the play to destroy this place. And they shall move, as he says, their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert men. None shall return in vain, man. So the Lord is going to have these drones and these missiles hit directly where he wants them, and they're not going to miss. Verse 10, "And the Chaldeans shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith Yahweh, because ye were glad, because ye rejoice, O ye destroyers of my heritage, because ye are grown fat as the heifers at the grass, and bellow as the bulls," man. And that's right, man. Off of his heritage, man. Y'all only in this position, y'all only set up like this and ruling like this, off of the Lord heritage, man. Y'all deceived them, put them in slavery, and the more that these people are lost, the more these so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians are lost, man, the longer they stay in rulership. But the Lord has appointed this man days, man. That's why we're seeing these wars taking action now. We are at the end. We are at the end, brothers. We are at the end. Very few Aqua sisters, man. We are at the end. So just stay prayed up, man. But with that, I'm going to end it on to the next.